Welcome back to the show. I'm not sure who I feel more sorry for, the viewers or JT Morris, who's the general manager of Orpheus Musical Theatre, the director of Mary Poppins, and T.L. Rader, former co-host of Daytime Ottawa, and playing a role in this incredible production.
I know,
Welcome back, my friend.
It's so good to see you.
Now,
so good to see everybody.
Let's just ask JT the first question, because as Lee and I teased, he may not get a word in edgewise. Welcome back, my friend.
Thanks.
Great to see you.
Moment?
Yeah, this is your moment. This is your moment. First of all, Orpheus Musical Theatre, the oldest musical theater company in the entire country. That's where I always like to start with you, JT.
Yeah, crazy, right? Oldest community musical theater in the entire country. I hope everybody in Ottawa knows about it by now, but a lot of people don't. 117 years of entirely volunteer-led theater in Ottawa.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Well, I mentioned also you're directing Mary Poppins, and I think this is kind of a different version that people are accustomed to. Tell us a little bit of like some of the changes they're going to see in this production.
Right, so it's a little more based on the novel than it is the Disney film, though the Disney film music is in there. But there's a whole lot of characters that you're going to meet that you've never met before if you haven't read the novel, kind of like this one sitting right here. This character doesn't appear in the film, but is in the novel, and it's a much richer, deeper story. So a little less cartoon, a little more heart.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Was that cheesy enough?
that's actually perfectly put. Exactly how it could be. Because to be honest, beforehand I only had the film, you know, the original Dick Van Dyke, you know, as my go-to, and through this process, it's completely changed. I mean, like JT said, you still have the big, you know, supercalifragilistic step in time, all that fantastic, you know, beauty and Mary and Bert and all that incredible story that we love. But then the story about the family, you will cry. You're going to cry.
Really? I'm a crier.
Cry.
That is true. I am a crier. So tell me about your role. You're playing the role of Mrs. Corey, and a lot of people probably aren't familiar with this character. Tell me about the character.
Well, I am Mrs. Corey.
Oh.
And I have a shop where we sell conversations, basically. And it's really good. It's not in the movie, so a lot of people that have only seen the movie are going to be surprised. I'm one of those people. But I am part of the magical world. So in this production, you have the real life world, and then you have the magical world. And I am part of Mary and Bert's magical world. Okay?
Right. And you and I were talking, I want JT to talk about this, because you and I were talking before the show about how technical this production is. JT, tell me about sort of, I'm going to call them challenges because you guys are ready, but it's a very technical production, right?
Oh, it's crazy. And by the way, I'm just glad she gave that last answer. It showed she listened to the director. That's good. Good stuff.
That's a first, by the way. Yeah.
I wrote that one down.
I think challenges is a fair word because you want to overcome these things, right? And when you do finish that goal, everybody's so positive, and that's what we've been doing. But it is the biggest show we've done in our 117 years. Not only is there the flying aspect of it that we've never tackled and we're tackling for the first time, but like there are over 100 lighting cues through the show. There are over 100 sound cues. There are over 100 projection cues. There are over 50 set changes. And all of this stuff is happening at once in the period of about 2 hours. And it's all run by one person, the stage manager, who's literally nonstop going, and lights go, and sound go, and lights projection set, and everybody go, go, go. And if you miss one mark, which we won't, if you miss one mark, the whole thing could break down.
But only you guys know, which is kind of cool about theater,
exactly.
right?
And can I add to that, just circling back to what JT said earlier, this is all done by volunteers. So think about what he just described, and every single person, they're all volunteers. Okay, from you know, like JT is a volunteer on this show. All of the directors are volunteers. The stage manager, the costume designer. Look at this.
That is an amazing. So a volunteer made that costume for you?
This costume by hand for me.
Wow.
And wrote, I don't know if you can see, but as I am the conversation lady, it is handwritten inside poetry. She even let me and Sienna write our own little special messages.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned Sienna, because this is going to be really special for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, now you're going to make me cry.
Because your daughter's a part of this production as well.
Yes,
right?
she is, thanks to JT's perfect casting.
Appreciate the honesty there. Okay, that's going to be special. I know you as a great host, a great actor, a great dancer. This is musical theater. Are you singing?
So, at 52 years old, I never thought I could say I'm doing something for the first time. Because I felt, you just gave a fantastic list, thank you. I felt like I've done it all.
Yeah.
And for the first time in all of my musical theater, in all of my performances, in all of my entertainment life, in all of my dancing, everything, I am singing a line alone.
Okay, JT, hold on here. Hold on before we go to JT. Can she sing? Wow,
well,
that's a long pause.
Can sing.
That's a long pause. That was a very.
That's a long pause.
Of course she can sing. Actually, I don't want to say surprised, but like when she came in for her audition, nailed the dance portion of the audition.
Of course.
Nailed the character and everything. But like going through, I'm like, there's no singing on here, and she's about to do a song. And she did a song, and we were all like, she's got this.
And I told him, I said, I am not a soloist. I said, right? I said, as soon as I walked in, I said, I'm not a soloist. I said, I've done this on cruise ships, but I'm always happy in my little chorus. And so it's the first time. It's so fun at 52 years old doing something for the first time. It's so fun to be back doing this.
But I can't believe you're 52. You look fantastic.
Next year. Oh, next month. Thank you, darling.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Can I elaborate on that? Do we have like a quick second for this?
A second.
A second. Okay, like the importance of development and family and volunteer network. Like, so there's TL and Sienna, both of mother-daughter unit who have developed through this. And we also have another family involved with the show, all 5 of them. The dad, the two of the daughters are in the cast. One daughter and the mother are in the costume department. And the dad is like you. He's in his 50s, has never done a show before.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
Listen, theater and community theater in particular, so incredibly special. We're so lucky to have Orpheus Musical Theater here. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. I cannot wait because I'm going to be there. Tomorrow is opening night. It runs from November 17th to the 26th, 7:30 p.m. Sunday matinees at 2 p.m. I'll tell you more about it at the end of the show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.